Yo, what's up, everybody? The time has come.
Yo.
What's up, Foots? You
Joe
ready?
called me eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Joe called me eating popcorn, getting my TO on. What's up, everybody?
Okay, get your popcorn ready. Camp's here, man. I'm pumped, man. What about you, man?
Yo, training camp is here, Joe. Let's
Training
go,
camp.
man. I was just talking to you off the record. I'm actually watching some Total Access. They're doing some pretty good coverage on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I love it, man.
It's
They're all
here,
about it.
Joe, and it's just like so much is going on. Me and Joe were just talking off the record about some things, and it's just like, man, we just said, let's hit the record button. Let's go.
Let's do it. Right off the bat, Lucky Whitehead. This guy here, man, he had it coming, right? I mean, what else can you say about this guy?
I want to hear your thoughts, Joe, because it's just like, I'm exhausted.
Nah, for me, it was just like, and Stephen Jones said it the best. So just a culmination of things, you know what I mean? The Cowboys sat him out like a game or two. I don't remember what it was, but they did sit him out one time, and it's just been stuff here and there. It's just the whole thing with the ransom. I mean, what's the full story on that? Was that a legit thing, or was he trying to create publicity? I mean, this guy is just like around too much bad stuff. The aura around him was too much for the Cowboys, I think. And man, you talk about that press conference too yesterday. They're talking about a big part of that press conference was character and suspension, and then boom, the next day this guy. So that was it.
I mean, number one, dude, you're shoplifting. Like what? Petty theft under $200. Like, I'm releasing a video right now, Joe, on my channel, Cowboys Nation TV. And my thing is, like, I was just thinking to myself, like, it's not even, like, everybody's like, it's the money. He makes so much money. Yeah. But it's also just like, I mean, me and you are millionaires, Joe. I'm not going to go steal. Like, that's just common sense.
That's right.
Like, and even a lot of these things that these players are doing, and some of the things was he hasn't been charged, and the game is, like, some of the things, like, did you guys miss some training issues? Like, who raised you guys? And like, I mean, and people make mistakes, so I don't want to sound judgmental, but it's just like, and then with Lucky specifically, it's all, to me, it's like, how much did he really care about football? He had that. He was always doing this stuff on the internet, and you could be a character, like, be a character. We're characters.
Yeah. But
you're missing practice. Like, the best characters are also the guys who also care about football, too. Like Michael Strahan, he's a great example. Like, he's a great talk show host, and he does great on TV, but that mother effer could capture a corner, too. Like, he was a great defensive end. He cared and loved football. So, I say all that to say, the writing was on the wall for Lucky. Switzer was here. It was an 80% chance he wasn't going to make the team anyway, but now you're not at camp. So,
nail in the coffin. He's done.
It's over, Joe.
Yeah, that's just it's good, man. I mean the Cowboys, they're going to turn the roster here. How do you think they're going to fill that roster spot, man?
Is it Noah Brown? Is it another position? Do they just say they had a good feeling about Ryan Switzer? You know that, Joe.
Yeah.
So where do they go from here? Only time will tell. I was really intrigued by your 5 predictions from training camp. That was a great video, and I kind of did something similar. 5 players who are kind of going to break out. I think Bryce Butler is going to have a good camp. So is he a guy? So
yeah.
All that said, just like they may not have to fill the spot because I think they may have had it already in their head that Lucky wasn't going to make the team anyway. You're thinking about a guy who he was a one-play guy, jet sweep. Game against the Rams last year, he took one to the house. Preseason game, nonetheless. Didn't really do much as a returner this year. He had some big plays. He had a really big play against Green Bay to jumpstart a drive. It was a 2-minute. We got into our 2-minute offense, and then Dak hit Bryce Butler in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. That was really good. So wasn't much of a receiving threat. And then off the field, he missed the plane ride mid-season. And everybody's gonna say, "Well, look at Zeke," and I'm in agreement. Zeke has been doing some really stupid stuff. Nonetheless, it's levels.
Yeah.
You know that it's levels to player to. That's why this person gets paid this much, and that's why this person gets paid this much. So.
Yeah, that's absolute truth, man. No doubt about that.
Yeah, man. So.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, man. We'll see. We'll see what they do. You know, I wonder if they add a linebacker, or do they add another one of these guys they brought in, Denard Robinson or Ronnie Hillman or somebody like that. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what roster move they do. But either way, Cowboys are moving on, and we're moving on to the next subject here, man. Let's talk about this guy here, number 54, Jaylen Smith, man. What's your thoughts here? First thoughts here.
Woo! Joe, we'll probably both have to put up videos on our channel about Jay. We were just talking, and this is, this is the Cowboys. The Cowboys have all these great people who cover the Cowboys, and they do a great job. Nonetheless, eye test. I'm an eye test guy. We watching the same game, and I'm gonna take from it what I take. I'm gonna do some X's and O's, and then I'm gonna just say, does he look like he can move and play football? Even though it's just in shells, and they don't even think that they had shoulder pads on. Jaylen's moving well. Like all this started PUP. And I tell people, man, talk yourself into a situation. People don't believe in that. Oh, that stuff don't work. Oh, you just being too positive. Baloney.
Yeah.
This kid has been steadfast. Right, Joe?
That's right.
You a Notre Dame fan. I'm going to be good. I'm working extremely hard. Well, from what I'm looking at, and it's early, we'll see the pitch count and the rest they're giving them. But Jerry Jones, all off season, this guy's going to be ready. This guy's going to be ready. I know what I know. I like what I like. Then you watching Total Access. You see him going through linebacker drills. And it's almost one of those things, like if you didn't know that the injury was there, like if it wasn't programmed in your brain to look for him to limp,
right?
Would you say anything?
That's right. That's the best point, man. That is the quote of the night, everybody. Foots, you hit that thing on the damn head. All right, so I mean, it's true. I mean, like if you have other fans here that have no idea who Jaylen Smith is or about it, and they see him out there, you wouldn't know, But I find it crazy, man. Like there was the morning walkthroughs. You got guys scrutinizing every tiny little bit of this guy. Like, hey, the way this guy jogged out, I saw a limp. I didn't see a limp.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 6-second clip on another shot. I mean, scrutinizing. I mean, too much scrutiny, and it's fueling Jaylen. This is the kind of stuff that fuels these kinds of players, man. He hears this from people, and it's just feeding him. I think it's just.
No, it's silly, Joe. I think I've seen one of the reporters posted that. It's silly. You can, oh, wow, he really had a limp because he's coming in from the locker room. Nobody's fresh. He's not going to be running a 40-yard dash coming out from the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit crazy, man. I mean, you got to let it, you got to let the process work out. It's my whole thing. It's like, he's not 100%. They're still saying 6 to 9 months to be 100%. So, I mean, let this man do his journey. He's doing good. High character guy. He's putting in the work. He's putting in some serious work to get where he's at, and he's just getting better. So, I just want to put that out there.
Spot on, Joe. Spot on.
Yeah. The guy's unbelievable. You want guys like this on your team too, These kind of guys are put everything into it, heart and soul. That's what he's doing.
Clean player, hard worker, very determined person. The problem is nobody in Dallas is used to seeing that. Just seeing a guy who's just about business, who's gonna come in. I can tell he's not doing a bunch of extra stuff. He's just built different, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Let's talk about this, man. I saw something here about the Jordan Lewis trial. They're talking about supposedly there was something with the pillow, pillows being thrown and things like that. And trying to make it into something big here. So I mean, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like there's gonna be much legs as far as him getting found guilty. I wouldn't think, you know. I mean, but you just don't know how some of these jurors are gonna take some of this information, and you know what I mean.
So yeah, I was gonna ask. So what was that about? I didn't. This is new to me.
Yeah. So some of the testimony that's been coming out has been like, you know, the girl accused, you know, Jordan Lewis of hitting her with pillows or something. You know, after he was asleep, he woke up supposedly mad and threw pillows at her with force or something like that. I mean, it's just like, but the story keeps changing, you know. So I think it'll be interesting to see how the jury, you know, interprets all these things, you know, with the story changing and this and that. So I'm crossing my fingers, man, that none of this is true, obviously, and that, you know, Jordan Lewis can get back to the team here in Oxnard.
Hey, on my 5 players, I said I want him on the outside, Joe. I made the determination. I think Skandrick in the slot. Jordan Lewis, man, can play. I'm really ready for him to get back, like you said. So, you know, that's the first I heard of that. And I'm not super plugged on the whole trial.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's see what happens. Like you said, Joe, not gonna overreact. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens. But man,
how long? Do you know how long the trial is?
Started today, so I think they have another day here. So maybe, I don't know. It could be tomorrow or the next day. Shouldn't be like a whole week, I wouldn't think. But we'll see, man. I'm excited about the player, though. I'm with you. This guy, you know, before all this accusations came out, you know, he was a high pick, you know.
Yeah.
Got him in the 3rd round. That's a steal, you know. I mean, this guy could have been had at what, the 2nd, maybe even a late 1st. I mean, this guy was a good talent coming out of Michigan.
Great talent. You think about that one-handed pick.
Yeah.
Against Wisconsin, that was beautiful.
I love it, man. I love it. They were talking about the secondary, you know, that we lost all these players. You know, they keep bringing it up. You know, some of these media guys, you know, they lost Brandon Carr, they lost Mo Claiborne, they lost Barry Church. How is this secondary? You know, I do like what Willie McGinnis said here on NFL Access. He said that you know, the secondary might be better now. You know, so let some of these young guys step up. Byron Jones, I'm with that. I want that. You know, I want that to happen. I want Byron Jones to make that leap this year and take that leadership role. You know what I mean? We need him to. He was a 1st-round pick. It's got to happen.
He's got to make more plays that you like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, he
just doesn't intercept the ball enough.
Yeah.
He does a good job in coverage. I think fans want him to take the ball away. It's kind of weird when Jeff Heath is here. It's weird when Jeff Heath is like your go-to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
for a turnover, right? So, yeah, I'm with you.
But, man, it's just, I'm really excited about the secondary battles here. Once, you know, things ramp up more, obviously, the secondary, it'll be cool. But talking about players here battling it out, Jonathan Cooper and Chaz Green at left guard, right at it. Right at it.
Right now, so Chaz got the start today. What do you think about that?
I think that's what they would like. Obviously, you know, they spent a high pick, 3rd-round pick on the guy, you know, and I have no question that he can do it. Absolutely, he's a good player when he is healthy. That's just been his biggest knock, is the health. He just doesn't have it, you know. I would like to see him win the position. You know, maybe have Cooper as a swing guy, but we'll see how this thing plays out, man. I think this is going to come down to health between both these guys, because both of them have these kind of health concerns, Cooper and Chaz Green. So, what do you think, man? You think there's a dark horse out there?
I agree.
Yeah. You think anybody else might sneak into the conversation?
What's my guy's name? Cleary? Nah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is it Cleary? What do they have him at tackle? Does he have some position flex?
Emmett Cleary. Yeah, guard and tackle.
No, I think they're gonna want to keep it between those two.
Yeah, I think that's a 2-man race, right?
Yep, that's it. Now safety and other positions, slot corner and a few others, those are the ones you say those gonna be some battles, and it's gonna have to be plays being made. They want Jeff Heath to win that safety job, Joe.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Yeah, that's right.
They want Jeff Heath to win that job.
Yeah. I think they want. Yeah, you're right. They want Heath to win the job, and I think X Woods is going to end up being the substitute, the replacement of what Wilcox was, possibly. So, a special teams guy, he's gonna pop you. You know, he's gonna look to jar that ball loose and hit you. So, and I'm feeling good about this, man. I just want to see where they start lining up these secondary guys.
Yeah. They sorry if I'm chomping this popcorn. It's good. I haven't eaten anything.
Oh,
hey,
good.
Joe, that's the thing. When Cowboys is huddle, we real, baby. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah, you know it.
We just keep it real, man.
Yeah, it's real. No sugarcoating, dude. You get 100% authenticity.
Baby. No. What we talking about, Joe?
Talking about the secondary.
Yeah, secondary. So, listen. Is Skandrick inside? Is he outside? Is Anthony Brown continue his success? Does Nolan Carroll make the team? Is Zay Woods who's going to make plays? Zay Woods and a lot of these guys, you're just going to have to see it in preseason or in scrimmage time. Because even in scrimmage time, they don't really get to go at each other. So these preseason games are important.
Yeah.
Extremely. Right?
That's right. I think especially that first one.
They're not going to be resting. Plays need to be made.
Yeah, no doubt. We got to see what we have.
Week one is like, hello, Odell Beckham. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. That's right. Brandon Marshall, Odell, Sterling Shepard. Big test right out the gate.
Right out the gate, yo.
All right, so those are the main topics here. Let's get to a few Q&As here that I picked out.
Okay.
Let me see what we got here. We got one here from... this is a very good one right off the bat. This is from Zach Delliot. Hey guys, I have a question. Who, in your opinion, is the most overrated player on the team?
That's a tough one. Most overrated player. I don't want to shade anybody.
Yeah.
That's so tough. Who you got, Joe?
Man, I got overrated. I would have to say, and I'm not even sure this is even could be considered overrated, but I'm going with Crawford. Because
great, Joe.
Only because really, that's why I have a hard time with this one. I'm going with Crawford, but I don't think that he is necessarily a player that you would consider overrated because he is what he is, you know. But the contract doesn't match the play, so I think that's where the overrating comes into play for me. You know, they have him out at they started him out at left defensive end. I don't see that lasting. I mean, they're just, you know, getting everybody's blood pumping today. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he did do better at end, but he's just okay, you know. It's just, I don't know.
I got.
Who you got?
And it's not about overrated. It's about whose rating just went down.
Who you got?
Don't throw anything at me, Joe. Dez. Now, but the only reason why I say this is because it was a time when you couldn't have a discussion about a top 5 receiving core without Dez, or a top 5 receiver without, like, who are the top 5 receivers in the league? And now it's up in the air. Dez has been hurt the last 2 years.
Here come the trolls.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say he's overrated because healthy Dez, but his rating has went down. He has to have a good year.
And that's the thing, man, that we always stress here at Cowboys Huddle. We're not sugarcoating things, man. I mean, and no offense to some of these players that you guys are big fans of. You know, you've got diehard Dez Bryant fans. You got diehard Crawford fans. I've had people come at me for talking about Crawford like that's their number one player. I'm like, whoa, man, chill out. You know, I'm just saying what's up. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Listen, okay. Well, if you coming at Joe, come at me too, because Crawford has been a major disappointment. Now I don't care for the money, and you keep moving him around. What is he good at? Like he's too up and down.
Yeah, that is. But man, back to the Dez one. It's a good one. It's a hard one to talk about because he's so near and dear to a lot of people. You know, I'm a fan too. But when you're looking at this objectively, which me and you really pride ourselves on, I mean, you've got Antonio Brown. You've got, I mean, even Odell Beckham. You know, some people would say they would take Odell. You got who else is out there? I mean,
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones, man.
Mike Evans
up and coming.
Mike Evans had a great year last year. I mean, the list goes on and on. AJ Green. The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
And Dez is still up there. Like, I still say top 10. It's just tough, Joe.
It is, man. But the silver lining, he's 2 years recovered from his foot injury. So this year should be the 2014 Dez. And that was a top 5 right there. 2014 Dez. Beast
that was
mode.
A top 5. But thing I like is that he got a full offseason with Dak, so they should be in good shape.
There you go, man. There you go. And that's a good point, man, because it was. Dak was running with the third strings, didn't do a lot with Dez. So, man, you're right about that. That combo could be crazy good, man. I mean, crazy. Because you know Dak's hard at work at it. I mean, man, you're getting me pumped up, man. I like that.
Get your popcorn ready, yo. I got mine.
Heck yeah, man. I'm going to get mine, put a little butter on it.
I got lightly salted, though.
Hey, man, there's one for every person out there. We got another one. Here's another good question for you here. This is from D-Book. D-Book, man, I really appreciate you. He always comes consistent with sending us good questions, and he's got another one here. You ready? You ready, Foots?
D-Book, Izzy, all of them.
Yeah. Here we go. What game do you have circled for this season? Not the Giants or Packers.
Well, me being in DC, it's always the Scandal game because I can go to it. Seattle. That's going to be a fun game. Raiders. Seattle and Raiders.
There you go, man. I'm going with Raiders. I think that could be a preview to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Could.
Those Raiders are pretty good.
Coming out the AFC again.
New England?
Dude, they're a machine.
They just can't be stopped, man. I just can't stand those guys.
They're machines, Joe.
Yeah. On all cylinders, all the time, dude. I can't stand them.
Yeah. They're machines, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, they're hard to beat, man. They are tough to beat. Hopefully, they get beat up in that division. Hopefully, hopefully the Dolphins are up and coming. And who else is in that division? Jets aren't gonna do crap, man. Jets 0-16, man. They're awful.
It's Buffalo.
I just need those teams to beat them up, man. Have some brawl out games and beat them up.
Yep.
But that's it, Book. We got Seattle and the Raiders. Those two games, I agree, man. Especially the Raiders. That's gonna be a fun one. And of course, NFC games. Those games are fun, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we got here. You got another one here from. This is from Drew Burdett.
What's up, Drew?
What's up, Drew? He says, we didn't get 5 Super Bowls by rushing things. Where in a better position than most teams in 2017 and beyond. Do y'all feel the same way?
Popcorn time, Drew. I do, because Dallas is starting to draft very well, and they're really adapting the next man up mentality, and just the mentality of doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter where you were drafted. If you're prepared to play, you're gonna play, and we'll have the system in line for you to make plays. Look at that. A couple other players, Anthony Brown and Rod Marinelli's system. So, yeah, you know what I mean. In a sense, I'm good. I agree with the person who left that question.
Yeah, man. I feel that we're good. We're in a better position than a lot of teams for sure, and beyond. You know, especially and beyond, because just like you said, I think this team has slowly but surely figured this thing out. Finally,
Yeah.
I think, man. Honestly, I think Bill Parcells helped mentor. I think Stephen Jones saw a lot of what to do personnel-wise under Parcells, and bringing in Will McClay into the fold. Get yourself a good personnel guy. They got that with McClay. I like McClay, man. I like McClay better than Jeff Ireland myself. I think McClay.
I love Will McClay.
Yeah, I think McClay is knocking it out, man. I don't want to lose him. Keep him here as long as you can. I know he loves being here with the Cowboys. Hopefully, it won't ever come down to a money thing and more of a passion for the Cowboys, and just stick with us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, man, they're building this team to be a dynasty and to compete every year. You know, it hasn't been like that for a long time here, where we're consistently in the hunt, and you know.
And Will McClay is pretty much the GM.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Oh yeah,
no doubt, man. Let me see what we got here. I think that's it for the questions here. Let's go into another segment in here.
Let's hit it, man.
This is more of a scenario thing, okay? Let's say we're gonna call this the 2-minute drill. All right, you ready?
I like it.
All right, here we go. It's 4th and goal at the 8-yard line. Who do you want to have the ball to secure the win?
I want Jason Witten to run up, do that little hedge or that little push off he does, and turn around. Jason Witten.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same speed, but still has the surest hands on the team.
I'm gonna go with, man. That's a tough one, right? I'm gonna go with Dez with the back shoulder.
I knew it.
I mean, yeah, we're talking about Dak and Dez getting on the same page. You know, that's in the arsenal. It's coming.
It's on the way, Joe.
It's on the way, man. And
It's on the way.
that's one of Dez's best. I mean, that would you consider that maybe one of his signature moves, the back shoulder?
Dude, it's unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's boxing out.
That's no doubt, man. All right, here we go. Here, you got another one here.
Let's do it, Joe.
All right, so you're on the other side here, on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, and you need somebody to come up with a big play on defense. Who are you counting on to make that game-changing play?
Sean Lee.
Man, yeah, the general. Sean Lee, man, he just does everything. He's good at he gets interceptions. I like that about him. Coverage. He'll hit you. Tackling machine, man. I just remember that game with the Giants where he had that franchise record tackling in the losing effort, man. I wish we would have won that game. Man, that was vintage. I mean, that was some vintage Sean Lee, man. I love that game, man. He was hitting the hole, reading, diagnosing, and just, man.
He was darting through, dude.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to watch.
Heck yeah, man. It's something else, man. It's just something else. Now, let me ask you this, Foots. We're talking about training camp, right? It's the season here. We finally made it through the dead zone. It's funny, man, because I think I heard in the press conference, I think I heard them use that term, the dead time. They said the dead. They didn't say dead zone, or did they? No, they said something like the dead period between the end of mini camp to training camp is when a lot of this crazy off-field issues happen. You know, I thought that was
Sure enough.
I thought that was crazy, man. It's true, man. The dead zone. There's a reason why we call it the dead zone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. And now it'll just be interesting to see, can the players get focused on football, though, right?
I think that's it, man.
Put it all behind them. My fear is I don't want the young guys to get this to rub off on them.
Yeah.
That's my fear, Joe. Other than that, I'm cool with it. Like, I just came to realization out there, like, that's what Jerry wants. He wants box office. He wants Dallas to be in the news some way. All publicity is good publicity, so.
That's true, man. That is true. I mean, he didn't make this franchise what is it now? $4-point-something billion, man. The biggest in all sports.
Billion, dude. Bill.
This guy knows what he's doing, man. Okay, so I have a question for you here. We got the Hall of Fame game coming up, right? But we also have Jerry Jones' speech coming up, right?
Right.
Let me ask you this. Would you be disappointed at all if he didn't mention or credit Jimmy Johnson in some sort of way in his speech?
100%. I didn't realize they played on the same team in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Dude, that's history.
Yeah, they've known each other for a long time, man.
Oh, well, just because you owe Jimmy some respect for what he's done, right?
Yeah.
And what he was able to build here. And so, no, I don't. I think that if Jerry didn't mention Jimmy, that would be a shame.
Yeah. I would be disappointed too, man. I want to hear that because that's a big speech, man. You're talking about these speeches, man. Sometimes they make you cry. You know what I mean? They're that powerful, and I want to hear what he says, man. I want to hear Jerry talk about Jimmy in some sort of way. I don't think you can write the Cowboys. I don't think you can write Jerry Jones' legacy here with the Cowboys without talking about Jimmy Johnson.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't, Joe. And so let's see. I'm definitely gonna watch that speech.
And here's my final one, man. This is a good one. Actually, I got this from my page from somebody earlier. Asked me this question, and it made me. It really has me thinking even right now. So I want to pose this question to you, Foots. You ready?
Talk to me, bro.
Will we see Jaylen Smith play in the Hall of Fame game? Will he play? What's the plan?
Week 2. Week 2 of the preseason. I don't think you'll see him.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I could be wrong there. I honestly didn't think we would see him today. So I could be wrong, Joe. But
and it sure looked like he did the full workload. You know, they had him every time the camera focused in on the linebackers and those drills. It sure looked like he was doing everything those guys were doing. I mean, it's like you said. If you didn't know anything about this, you wouldn't know he was out here recovering from a ACL, MCL, and a nerve injury. That's hard work, man. That is some hard working man right there. That's impressive as hell to me. It really is. To come from there to where he's at now, it's so impressive to me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm with you on that. You know, I don't think I think they're gonna, they're still limiting him. They said they're gonna limit his workload and that kind of thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play. But at the same time, I think fans need to set that, expectation for themselves too. Just because, let's just say, that he doesn't play in that Hall of Fame game. It's not the end of the world.
Exactly. I don't want to see people whining and listening
to some of these media guys that are gonna try to blow it out of proportion, right?
Yeah. Hold on, Joe. I think I lost you. Did I lose you for a second?
No, I got you here. Still got you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Just like, another thing we spoke about off record, the guys, these media heads and these talking heads have so much, like you said, influence on these fans.
Yeah.
It's because they're not at Oxnard, and some of them don't know what to think, right?
Yeah.
Is Jaylen really going to be healthy? What's the deal with Jay? Is he really, you know what I mean? So I say, man, just trust your eyes. Turn on NFL Network. You see him going through drills. How does he look to you? Now, it's no more secret. Like, the cat's out the bag, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, it's going to be fun, like you said. I'm excited.
I'm very excited for that. But I think that's about it right now. Let's get into the miscellaneous topic here.
Miscellaneous.
You got one, Foots?
You ready?
Yeah.
Favorite Robert De Niro movie?
Damn. Favorite Robert De Niro movie? I didn't even have to think about this. It came to me already. It's Goodfellas for me.
Woo! That's why we linked up, Joe.
You going with that one too?
That's why we linked up, bro.
Yeah. Goodfellas. That is a classic movie. Martin Scorsese, Joe Pesci, De Niro, Ray Liotta. That was man.
Joe, watch this. They improv half of that movie.
I wouldn't doubt it with that talent, man. That is some serious talent right there. All those guys.
De Niro, there's nobody in the world who captures a moment better than Robert De Niro.
That guy is something else,
Nobody.
man. Yeah.
What's your favorite scene, Joe?
My favorite scene in Goodfellas? Yep. Man. I think, honestly, one of my favorite scenes, and I don't know if I consider this my favorite scene, although it might be, it's when they go and they have to go back and dig up that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And they go to the mom's house, and she's there making them food and this and that, and Joe Pesci needs the knife.
And then, oh yeah, we hit a deer.
Yeah, and then he's like trying to figure out, what is it called? The foot? The what? He's like, oh, it's a hoof. The hoof.
The hoof.
I love that scene, man. What about you?
My favorite scene, Joe. I love when what was it? They just did the heist or whatever. Everybody's coming in the bar spending money. And De Niro's like, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? You're going to get us all pants. What's the matter with you?
I know, man. That is a good one.
Joe, I haven't eaten all day. I'm stuffing popcorn down my face. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, man, you're making me hungry, man. And it's 11 o'clock my time. That means, what are you, 12? You're a midnight eater?
Joe, what's the matter with you?
Right? Hey, man, sometimes there's not enough time in the day, man. So you got to get your food in when you can. I feel you.
It was a good show, Joe.
Heck yeah, man. But that's it, guys. We really appreciate you guys coming with us with the questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, send us your questions here for next week's episode. Camp wrapping up. We're going to have all sorts of topics coming up here. we'll come up with some new segments as well. With camp, you know, we might do some camp battle segments, something like that. Player to watch, player of the week, something like that. We'll come up with some other topics here for the next one, but definitely keep the questions coming in. Really appreciate all you guys sticking with me and Foots here.
That's Joe. Let's see if we can maybe do 2 times a week. Let's try to do that for the fans.
Yeah,
and we can hit Cowboys camp stuff, because I'm gonna be posting a lot more. So
yeah, man, you know I'm always down. Cowboys, it's in my blood. If I were to cut myself, it would be blue. You know,
blue and silver, baby.
That's just the way it is. But
let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey, Foots. In case anybody's trying to reach you out there, how can they hit you up, man?
They can hit me up and send me some popcorn. No. Cowboys Nation TV at Foots the King. Me and Joe, we're going strong. This is my buddy. He's really just become a good friend. We talk about other things. So, anyway, we're going to be doing this all season, and we're going to be really hitting some good topics. Hopefully, we can get this on podcast form soon. But until then, keep listening, guys. And yeah, just Foots the King on Gmail. Foots the King on Instagram and Twitter, and then just my Cowboys Nation TV channel, doing a bunch of stuff. And I'm always watching Joe's work, so yeah.
Much love to everybody out there. Appreciate you, Foots, for being part of this Cowboys huddle and linking up with me. You know, I can't. I mean, you're pretty much become my go-to guy, man. We're talking about Cowboys football. I'm texting you, man, like, hey, man, did you see this? Did you see that? And you do the same to me too. I'm like, oh crap, I missed it. What's going on? You know, I'm checking my phone. So appreciate that friendship, Foots. And yeah, man, we're just gonna keep growing from there. No doubt about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it, guys. We will see you here for the next video. Peace.
Peace.